and don't pop it off until their reaction is right there at the end of whatever they're trying to do.
She did it so beautiful too. I just, oh my goodness, it was awesome. I can't. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. She was pumped to win it. Waylay, don't. She can't give up. She's still good. I mean, that's that's one of those kicks that you don't prepare for, even though you think you prepare for it. When it hits you, it hits you. There's nothing you can do. I will say I didn't like how she was complaining at the end that she was like, oh, why'd you stop it? Why'd you stop it? And it was like, well, because your eyes were looking at the back of your head.
Yeah, and there was no attempt to block any of those follow-up strikes. It was a very good stoppage.
Yeah, and Herb gave her a chance. Yeah, it was Herb. Was it Herb? Yeah, no, it wasn't Herb. It was I think it was Dan.
Yeah, I think it was Dan Mergliotta. I remember in that fight thinking he was getting some gray in his beard.
Old Dan. But yeah, she can't give up. She's got to get back to the drawing board. And I think she'll be fine. But Rose, whew.
Yeah, I agree. She's going to be fine. And I can't wait to see. I'll be tuning into Rose's first title defense, and I'll probably be tuning in whenever these two fight again, because they will eventually. So it'll be fun. Can't wait to see it again.
They may turn around and give her the rematch, honestly.
They may. Dana mentioned that in the post-fight press conference, which is an option. You also have sitting at number 3, Jan, and number 4, Carla. Those two are set to fight each other. You also have Mackenzie Dern.
I was just about to say Dern probably. You know what? I think. Oh, Dern and Waylay wouldn't be a bad. Winner takes on, and then the winner gets the shot at Rose.
I'd be cool with that. I don't know what you do with Joanna.
Well, didn't she just? The thing about Joanna is she's now lost to Shevchenko and she's lost to Waylay. She's lost to Rose. So she's lost to Rose twice. And I don't know, man. I don't think I can give her another top, 3 fight at the moment. I mean, she's lost to, 2 of the top. I mean, yeah, she's beat Andrade at one point. She beat Waterson. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Give her the rematch against Waylay and the winner of that, Rose?
I think if you do that, that's strictly for a. I don't want to see any more rematches. I'd rather her fight Mackenzie. That's a new matchup. It hasn't been done. Joanna's last few fights are filled with rematches. I don't want to see that. I feel like we do too many rematches already as it is in the UFC.
Well, unfortunately, you have to bring in money on the women's side. It's not a knock or a shot. It's 100% that there is an established top tier, and it's pretty elite.
Yeah, it's ever since we incorporated these rankings, there's a lot more rematches going on, and I get it. It's just the top in each division doesn't change often,
right?
And I guess that's how it should be, right? I think Mackenzie Dern, I think that's a good next opponent for Joanna, and that gives Mackenzie Dern a chance to get that true, what I would call a killer in this division.
Yeah, she's had some good fights, but I mean they have been, little names in a nice way.
Yeah, could beat us up.
Yeah, kick my ass for sure.
All right, let's talk about this main event.
Yeesh. Let's talk about it.
That was a beautiful right hand. I didn't see that coming. I thought that Jorge was by far the better striker. Not saying he's still not the better striker, but he didn't land the bigger shot.
Man, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I mean, let me rephrase that. Like, Jorge, Masvidal, why? Why would you drop your hands like that? And you're not a Diaz brother. I'm so sorry, man. I know you beat one of them, but you can't drop your hands against Usman and say, after he touches you, and say, "Come on." You know, you've already fought the guy once, and he was pissed that he didn't knock you out.
You know, Usman's striking was looking so good in this fight. There were times where he was catching Jorge, and Jorge would look at him and smile.
Yep.
That seemed like a precursor to things to come. I noticed he was touching him a lot more than what you would want to get touched, especially on the chin area. And I think he saw his opening. He took it. That was beautiful. Who beats Kamaru Usman? I don't know what more to say about that fight other than it was just a masterful performance. Who beats Usman?
Nobody. And if you say Colby Covington, I'm going to end the stream right this second.
No, I don't think Colby Covington. I think Colby Covington used to be his best shot at getting beat, but I don't think he's going to be able to have gotten as he hasn't gotten as much better as Usman has in the time frame since they last fought.
I mean,
I just don't see it.
His stand up is incredible now.
I think Gilbert Burns is a good one, but I guess the last person for me in that division he has to clear out is Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, it's time. Like, let him fight.
I think if Thompson gets by Gilbert Burns on July 10th, I think that's the next fight. Well, there's also Leon Edwards, but he's got to win over Edwards. That was several years ago. It's hard to hold that, use that now. But
I wonder if Muhammad would be a good match for. I wonder if Belal Muhammad. I wonder what he would do. I wonder if it'd be.
He's got strong wrestling. I guess it would just depend on I think those two would probably slug it out. I don't know how Muhammad's chin is. He seemed to take shots pretty well against Leon.
I'd be interested in that.
So it's fun to speculate about that, but I kind of want to speculate real quick on Jorge Masvidal's next fight. And I have a feeling that I know who it is. I think it's going to be a couple of months before anything gets said about it. But who do you think Jorge fights next?
Jake Paul.
Well, they're best friends, so I don't think so. I think it's Nick Diaz.
You really think he's going to fight Nick Diaz next? Okay.
I think that's the perfect name. You know, Nick Diaz was on the broadcast, and in the post-fight press conference, Dana was asked about that, and he said, yeah, Nick's in the back waiting for me to come talk to him. He wants to fight. So he was going to talk to Nick about fighting.
Interesting.
I think he wants to avenge his brother's loss, and it also is one of the top fighters at welterweight. If he wins, it puts him in the title talk.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I want to see Nick back. I want to see him go against Jorge. That would be a... Yeah. I'm down with that. I agree with that one.
I also think if you're Jorge, that's the fight you want, because Nick Diaz fights, they sell pretty good. Those two could sell that fight really well.
Yeah, they could. They could definitely hate on each other for a few months.
Yeah, I think that's a great fight. I'd tune in to watch that. So,
still won't buy it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Dana, if you're listening to me, even though.
What about this upcoming card, man? This is not one that I'm
Fight night.
Too excited. I'm not sure I'm too excited about this one. UFC Vegas 25. What are you looking at on this card? What are you excited to see?
I mean, obviously, I'm excited to see Reyes. It's cool to always see Reyes come out. But I'm pretty excited to see Cub Swanson too. I don't mind Cub Swanson and his fighting. I've been watching him a long time, so that's pretty much what I'm excited about. You know, it's really not a huge fight night card, but that's hard to top a card that we just came off. That doesn't mean there won't be some good fights in there. I see some good records going down. It's a good mix too. You got a couple light heavies. You've got a middleweight. You've got some bantam and featherweight. Yeah. I mean, so you got a couple sprinkled little in some good. Is that? Am I tripping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What you seeing?
There's 6 fights on the main card.
I'm not shocked by that. They sometimes will just come out of nowhere and throw 6 fights on a main card, and I don't know where it comes from.
I would have thought Saturday would have been a night to do that.
And they could have done it if they'd known they were going to get all these finishes.
Yeah, they could have. They really could have. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. You got anything that sticks out to you?
Not necessarily. I think this is one of those that could potentially fly under the radar because, like you said, there are some really good records on here. I mean, Sean Strickland 22-3, Krzysztof Jotko 22-4, Cody Stamann 19-3. The one that I think might fly under the radar, and this guy has only had one fight in the UFC, but that's in the main event. Jiri Prochazka, 27-3-1. I don't care what organization that you've been in, to get a 26-3 record before coming to the UFC is incredible.
Yeah, his last loss was in 2015. I mean, that's pretty damn good in my opinion.
I think he avenged that one. Wasn't that one against King Mo?
Yes.
Yeah, he ended up avenging that one. And he's got some wins over some people that's been in the UFC. Fabio Maldonado, CB Dollaway. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Apparently, this guy hits really hard. Dominic Reyes, I want to see how he bounces back from the loss to Blachowicz and see if his chin's recovered. But just like you, I'm a huge Cub Swanson fan, so I can't wait to see him throw down. He always throws hard leather.
It'll be fun to watch.
Agreed. So I think this is a card that could potentially fly under the radar. We've several times talked, just me and you, saying it's not really a card I'm probably going to tune into, and then we hear all this stuff about it. This was an amazing card. It was definitely one to watch. And it's like, man, why didn't I watch that? So I've kind of tried to learn my lesson. But
you can't judge a book by its cover.
That's why you take the covers off the books. I said that to Miss Blenko one day. She did not like it.
Ooh, we're not going to talk about that teacher. She didn't. She hated me. Ooh, she hated me. She did.
Yeah, we'll move on. So, great card coming up.
Hey, speaking of no. Speaking of Miss Blenko, there's a couple guys on this podcast who have a 10-year high school reunion coming up, and there's one of them that is not going. So I'm gonna go ahead and call his ass out, and I'm gonna tell him that he should go instead of talk shit like he's talking. Oh, okay, we can move on now.
I guess I deserve that. I'm not gonna fight you on it. Everything you said was true.
He's leaving me. He's letting me go by myself. This is not smart. It's not wise.
I know this is not really what you and I want to talk about on a podcast, and this is not in relation to this whole thing you're bringing up about a high school reunion. But I'm just watching this headline ticker on Tapology, and they have expanded on this Triller.
Them suing?
Yes, they have expanded on it. The headline has been made a little bit longer. I'm trying to waste time for the ticker to come back through, so I can get the full headline. I'll go ahead and say it. It said that they are suing for $100 million in damages to illegal streamers. Do they really think they lost $100 million in revenue to illegal streamers?
Oh, wait a second now. Wait a second now. This is a little different. Okay, so let me read this actual article. All right. Triller Fight Club is filing a lawsuit in District of California that 12 websites and 100 unnamed individuals allegedly that they stole the signal for the April 17th Paul Askren fight and sold it at a lower rate than the $49.99 price tag.